Good morning. The President and his cabinet will today face his first motion of no confidence in Parliament. Minor political party, the African Transformation Movement, first lodged the motion in early 2020. Then the pandemic and numerous court battles over a secret ballot, up to as recently as earlier this week, led to a lengthy delay. Is this political theatre or a real threat to Ramaphosa's presidency? Well, Dr. Ntsikelelo Breakfast is our resident political analyst. Let's hear what he has to say. Dr. Breakfast, it's always such a pleasure to talk to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for having me.
Doctor, the reasons for ATM bringing this motion of no confidence against the President and his cabinet?
Yeah, so I don't understand, eNCA. What is the rationale behind the motion of no confidence? At the same time, I'm not saying that it should not have been put forward. I do, though, understand that the government has not been performing the way it should have. For instance, our economy has not been growing the way it should have been. Yesterday, we saw the stats coming through, suggesting that things have gone from bad to worse. And also a lot of people feel let down by the management of government with regard to COVID-19. At the same time, I think we need to grapple with the key question as to who are the members of ATM who have put the motion of no confidence forward. It's people who broke away from the ANC because they were unhappy about the way things are with regard to the ascendance of Ramaphosa to power. I think that justifies why they have put the motion of no confidence forward. But at the same time, I think they feel let down by the ruling of the court on Monday that ruled that people can vote in private. So no wonder they won't be participating this afternoon in opposition to that.
Yeah, they wanted an open vote and were told that their matter wasn't as urgent as they had said it was, and the Speaker has turned down the request for it to be an open ballot. I don't see the DA, for instance, necessarily voting against Ramaphosa, only because the alternatives for them, I would think, aren't going to be much better.
Yeah, I'm a bit taken aback by the position of the DA because normally they are able to interpret the law properly. But this time around, I don't understand the motivation behind their argument. They are arguing that so long as the president is retained as the head of government, other members of the executive can be dismissed. That doesn't make sense because in terms of separation of powers, the president is the head of the executive institution. So if you are saying that you want to pass a motion of no confidence, it means that all the members of the executive, they have to step down.
That's so interesting. So I'm surprised. So how can that actually even go ahead in two separate motions?
I think there will be only one motion. I think the motion has been processed by the head of the legislative institution, namely the Speaker. But I suspect that the ATM and the DA, they won't be participating in that vote that will be taking place in opposition to their unhappiness about the ruling that was delivered on Monday. Because I think they anticipate that things are not going to go according to plan.
Dr. Breakfast, post-COVID, the ANC, as we know, the party is openly fractured. The ANC caucus, could we be confident that the chief whip is going to bring them into line and make sure that they do not vote in favor of the motion?
So I think there are two things that are at play here. On the one hand, Ramaphosa is facing a threat within his party. On the other hand, he's facing a threat outside his party. Not everyone within the ANC is in favor of him. So some people might vote against him. I do anticipate that. But I think by and large, the majority of people are going to vote against the motion. But I think this motion, what it will do it will convey a message that Ramaphosa stands a chance of coming back for a second term in December. So it's an antithesis of what it was planned for.
Absolutely. I mean, the timing is so different. And as we say, a week is a long time in politics, never mind several months. Thank you so much. That was Dr. Ntsikelelo Breakfast. The motion has been set down for 2 o'clock this afternoon.